The afternoon of the very same day that put the magic finger on the Greg family, Mr. Greg and the pavilion went hunting once again. This time they were going after wild dogs, so they headed toward the right. In the first hour, they got 10 birds. In the next hour, they got another 3. What a day! Cried Mr. Greg. This is the best yet. She was beside himself with joy. Just then, more wild dogs flew over their heads. They were flying very low. They were easy to hit. Bang, 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 one to the ground. The dogs flew on. We missed them, Mr. Greg. That's funny. Then, to everyone's surprise, the poor dog turned around and coming flying right back to the guns. Hey, said Mr. Greg, what's on earth they doing? They were really asking for it this time. He shot at them again. He seized the boys, and again they all missed. Mr. Greg got very red in the face. Is that right? She said. It's getting too dark to see. Let's go home. So they after starts for home. Everything with some like that. 16 birds they had shot before, but the poor dogs would not leave them alone. They will begin flying around and around and house as they walk away. Mr. Greg did not look it one bit. Three up, he cried, and he shot at them many more times, but this was no good. He simply could not hit them. All the way home, the sport dogs flew around in the sky above their birds, and nothing would make them go away. Last night, after Philip William had gone to bed, Mr. Greg went outside to get some wood for the fire. He was crossing the yard, and when all at once he heard the call of a wild dog in the sky. He stopped and looked up. The night was very still. There were 10 yellow moon over the tree of the hill, and the sky was filled with stars. Then Mr. Greg heard the noise of wings flying low over his head, and he said the poor dark against the night sky, flying very closer together. They were going around and around the house. Mr. Greg forgot about the firewood and himself hurried back indoors. He was not quite afraid. He did not like what was going on, but she said nothing about it to Mrs. Greg. But she said nothing. All he said was, "Come on, let's go to bed. I'll be tired." So they went to bed to sleep. When morning came, Mr. Greg was the first to wake up. He opened his eyes. He was about to put out the hands up for his watch to see the time, but his hand would come out. That's funny, he said. Where is my hand? He raised there, wondering what was up. Maybe he has hurt Dan's hands in some way. He tried the other hands. That wouldn't come out either. He sat up. Then for the first time, he said what he looked like. He gave a yell and jumped out of bed. Mrs. Greg woke up, and when she saw Mr. Greg standing there on the floor, she gave a yell too, for he was now a tiny little man. He was maybe as tall as the size of a caribou's tail, and where his arm has been, he has a pair of dog's wings instead. "Bah, bah, bah!" cried Mrs. Greg, going purple in the face. "My dear man, what's happened to both of What's happened to you? What's happened to both of us, you man?" shouted Mr. Greg. It was Mrs. Greg's turn now to jump out of bed. She ran to look at herself in the glass, but she was not tall enough to see into it. She was even smaller than Mr. Greg, and she has gone wings instead of arm. Oh, sorry, Mrs. Greg. This is Richard's work, cried Mr. Greg, and both of them started running around the room, flapping their wings.